Well, Michael, it's really, really good to meet you. And you have finally cracked the two-step evaluation. You've passed your verification. You're now a funded 100K trader. You've been with us a while, since June last year. I'm really fascinated to hear your story. First up, why the two-step? Because you've had quite a few accounts, I think 18 in total, and it's obviously been a journey for you, but why specifically have you chosen to go down the route of the two-step?
It was just made sense for me. The numbers, as far as the scaling opportunity.
It's really a unique way of working as a prop trader, because obviously you have two stages. You do one evaluation, then the rules and the conditions change for the verification. Did you find it particularly difficult going from one particular set of rules into a much tighter restricted set for the verification?
Not necessarily. I don't think so. You just have to prepare yourself and understand what you're entering into.
I noticed as well, before we start talking about your specific account and talking about your strategy as well, I noticed that you've also been through all of our platforms as well. You've traded with Match Trade, also with DX, and also with TradeLock, which I think was the one that you actually passed on. What's your opinion of each of those different platforms, and why did you decide to cycle through them?
That's a great question. There wasn't any particular rhyme or reason. I think it's just the way it happened, but I believe it was the right time. I mean, when I passed, I was a bit more focused. And so your specific question about the different platforms, I mean, they all worked great. They all had their different pluses and minuses.
Which out of the three of them do you think that you would carry on and work with? Do you have a favorite?
I think Match Trader seemed to be probably was my favorite of the three.
Okay, that's interesting to know.
Like I said, they're all very functional.
Yeah. So tell me about your trading journey, where you've started from and where you've ended up, because you've been with us since June last year. You've finally cracked the two-step. How long have you been involved in markets?
Well, I got involved in the markets way back when, date myself, in the tech bubble, I guess, the stock of 1999, 2000. My friend introduced me to the markets, and then I traded that for a while. Then I got into Forex a bit later and kind of wandered off and got sidetracked from trading. And then I heard about prop trading and did my research, and FTUK sounded like it was a really good match and had a lot of good opportunities. And so here I am. So
I think most people go through some sort of like a learning curve and an arc, and they arrive at a destination. Looking through your two components of the two-step, you started the original evaluation trading a mix of different assets. There's some gold in there, also some Bitcoin as well. The Australian dollar as well was interested me as well. I wanted to ask you about that. But then on the verification, you only focused on gold. What is the reason for the choice of those different those different asset classes?
I'm pretty familiar with the Forex market and then some of the major pairs, but gold is probably a favorite for many people. There's a lot of volatility, and it just seems like it was a better fit for me to try to pass the challenges. But yeah. I'm very comfortable with Forex as well.
Your journey through each of those is, look, the equity curves, I've got the equity curves on the screen. The equity curves look very, very smooth for both the challenge and the verification as well. So just talk me through a little bit how your strategy functions. How do you see the market? And then how have you managed to then sort of like pick those points in the market to trade? I'm
pretty much a manual trader. I have been for the time I've been trading. So I use a handful of indicators: RSI, MACD, Fibonacci retracement, some moving averages. But yeah, pretty basic. I try to keep my charts pretty clean, and then it's just a strategy that seems to be working for me right now. So.
And how do you then look to get involved in the market? How do you then decide to sort of like manage your risk? Are you jumping in when you see a specific setup? Do you put your orders on as limit orders around the price action, then you sort of set and forget and leave it like that? How do you sort of like normally run it?
Well, I'm trying to trade smart, so I don't want to chase the market. Let the market come to me, so to speak. And It's kind of like I consider trading like kind of like like lion. It's like a lion hunting its prey. So you sit and wait for the opportunity, and then you can set up a preset order, which I haven't done much of, but then you just find out where the times when the market's going to be moving, and then you pick your spot, and you obviously you have to put in your stop losses, and then you just trade away. But that's pretty much it. You're just waiting for the right opportunity and let the market try to come to you.
Yeah. That tells me instantly quite a lot about your mindset, how you are thinking, because that obviously it says that you've been through a journey where you've had to develop a lot of patience, because it sounds like you're not impulsive. That's what I'm trying to get at. So that whole idea of letting the market come to you says that you've probably just tweaked that mindset. What have been the hardest bits that you've had to learn when you start thinking about the emotional components of trading?
Well, it teaches a lot of patience, and the mindset is just the market will be there tomorrow. The market will be there the next day. There's going to be opportunities every single day, and that's a mindset that I think has helped me is just slow down and understand the market will be there again tomorrow. If we missed an opportunity today, it's going to be there tomorrow as well. So.
Well, you've absolutely nailed the two-step. It's a real testament as well, because it is out of all the different challenges that you can do with prop companies. Some people just jump in straight with instant funding, and people that go down the two-step route, they're obviously. Two steps tend to produce better traders in the long run because of the way that you've got to sort of manage yourself through the process, and you've done it in spectacular style. What are you going to be doing from here? Because obviously with FTUK you can do quite a lot in terms of scaling. What is your end goal with your trading? What is it you're looking to do?
With trading, to replace basically my income and hopefully bring the wife home from work as well. That's really one of the biggest goals.
So basically from here, you are now a funded trader on a 100K account. What has your impression been, and what has your experience been of working with FTUK?
The rules are very straightforward. I think there's an evolution to everything, including trading. So I've seen myself kind of evolve into now a funded trader, which is great. So it's exciting. So the experience has been great. Like I said, everything is challenging. So the markets are challenging, and I really appreciated the options when you purchase a package. The options, I appreciated that you can the add-ons. That was nice.
It's good to know that you've had a good experience, and it's really good to have you as part of FTUK. You join a band of very, very select traders that specialize in two steps. Most people jump into instant funding, but two steps is where you've gone, and you've absolutely knocked it out of the park. So thank you very much for agreeing to talk to us, Michael. It's good to speak to you, and we wish you all the best with your funded 100K two-step account.
Thank you.